The Path of God has been popular walking route for centuries, and it's not hard to say why. There are beautiful views of sea and coastal town. In this guide, we cover the details on how to hike the Path of God and if it's possible with dog. There are several different ways to hike Path of Gods. The most common way to do this hike is start in Bumerano and hike to Nocelle. The main section of the hike is 6.5 kilometers, 4 miles, between the small village of Bumerano and Nocelle. The hike is of moderate difficulty. The hike becomes more difficult if you start or finish in the coastal town of Braiano, below Bumerano, or Positano, below Nocelle. These towns are connected to the trail by a step staircase of the 1050 steps, and you can avoid this section as we did. The trail is a mix of up and downhill sections. The trail is easy to follow. Look out for the red and white lines that mark it along the way. After about 2 kilometers of hiking at Colla la Sera, you have a choice. At this intersection, the main trail 3027 heads left. This is a more exposed trail with dramatic view and several rock ledges. This is a scenic trail, and it's recommended if you want to enjoy the spectacular views that make the Trail of the Gods hike so famous. However, if you are afraid of heights, it's better to take the trail to the right, Trail 227, towards Nocelle. The Path of Gods can be walked all year round. However, the best time for the hike is in the spring, from April to early June, and in autumn, late September to November. In summer, expect high temperatures and large crowds at midday. In winter, you may incur cold weather, cloudy sky and occasionally rain, but crowds will be at their lowest during this period. The next 2 kilometers offer breathtaking views of the Amalfi Coast. There are few climbs and descents on this section of the trail, but nothing challenging. Take your time, enjoy the views, and take lots of photos. We love this section of the hike. It's about 4 hours to do the road as we did, from Bumerano to Nocelle and back, which includes time for breaks. After 6.5 kilometers, we approached the town of Nocelle, which lies high in the mountains above Positano and Amalfi. It's the end point of the Path of Gods hike. Don't forget to have a good meal here to give you energy for the journey back. And you can also try good homemade lemonade at Nocelle. Now that you are in Nocelle, you have several options to go back to your home based on Amalfi Coast. For some, that means returning to Bumerano if you are parking there. From Nocelle you can take the Città bus to Positano. It is possible to call a taxi. You also have the options of continuing to the coast on foot, but that adds time, distance, and an insane number of steps. We are glad we make the return journey as we got different perspective on the trail and saw things we hadn't noticed before. Best time for photography is morning. In the morning, the sun is behind you, which lights up the trail and make the lights perfect for photos. In the afternoon, you will be hiked towards the sun, which will make the photography challenging. Our dog walked with us all the way, and we had no problem. We could even take her to the restaurant. So hiking the Path of Gods with a dog that is used to walking a bit, it's not a problem. Just beware that the path is in direct sunlight, so in the summer, with your dog start early in the morning or late in the evening to avoid the worst weather. And don't forget to take water and some treats for dog to recharge his energy. And slowly we return to Bumerano, where our hike ends. There are many wonderful experiences to have in this part of Italy. Amalfi coastline is known as having some of the most stunning view in the country. Drive the UNESCO World Heritage Site of Amalfi Coast. Driving along the winding roads of beautiful coastline, visiting the picturesque towns of Positano and Amalfi. As well as sampling the amazing food will have you feeling like you had been transported to some magical land. There are big differences between prices here. Positano is the most expensive town, followed by Amalfi. The less famous but equally welcoming town of Praiana, Minuri and others are where the prices are a little bit lower. That's why we stayed outside the town in beautiful villa with a great view. We found the villa on Airbnb and the owner, Teresa, was amazing. Freshly baked home sweet breakfast with an amazing view over Thrace. And on the way back, we slept in our rooftop tent. Italy is perfect for this kind of travel. Thank you for watching and don't forget hit that subscribe button if you want to join us as we explore some really awesome places. See you next time!